Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 250th Marine Corps birthday celebration. A message from the Commandant of the Marine Corps. 250 years ago, before our nation declared its independence, a small group of men gathered in Philadelphia and formed a Corps of Marines. From that moment, our story has been bound to the story of America itself. A quarter of a millennium later, Marines remain at the center of our nation's defense, ready to fight, ready to win, and ready to uphold the trust placed in us in 1775. Across centuries, Marines have fought on distant shores in desperate battles, earning a reputation for discipline, toughness, and valor. From the revolution of the world wars, from Chapultepec to today's operations across the globe, every generation has proven worthy of the title Marine. They secured liberty, defended allies, and carried forward the promise of a free nation and a free world. We are the heirs of the legacy, and we are the stewards. This anniversary reminds us that our standards are the foundation of our Corps. Honor, courage, and commitment are not abstractions, but the code to one another and to all who went before. Every Marine in every clime and place must hold true to these values. The conflicts ahead will demand nothing less. I could not be prouder of the Marines I see serving today. At home, at sea, and across the globe, you carry forward our proud traditions with skill and ferocity. It is your discipline, initiative, and fighting spirit that anchor our Corps. The battles of the next 250 years will challenge us in new ways, but I have no doubt we will prevail. Happy birthday, Marines.
Hoorah.
Please turn your attention to the monitors placed above for the 250th birthday message video.
Through every battle, every climb, in every place. No matter the odds, no matter the obstacle, we adapt, we overcome, and close with and destroy the enemy. We know the future will not be the same, but the one thing we know will always remain is the Marine.
Great Corps is a far-flung organization. The passions of the Marines are serving in every Navy yard, naval station, and guarding every naval activity everywhere in the world. I visited a great many of those places. Everywhere I heard expressions of goodwill towards the Marines. Everywhere I observed the friendly relations existing between the people and the Marine.
For 2.5 centuries, we have shouldered the responsibility of freedom on behalf of our nation. Every battle fought, every sacrifice made has been etched into our legacy.
We're Marines. We always find a way to work things out. No matter what happens anywhere, we can make something happen that will turn a tide battle.
We are that adaptable to whatever the situation is. We trust our corporals with more responsibility, our lieutenants with more responsibility, our lieutenant colonels with more responsibility than any other branch of service. Because we do more with less. There's no other branch that can do that.
It's by far the greatest institution still in my mind on the face of the planet. Because not everybody can be a Marine. You have to earn the Eagle Globe and Anchor. And I think that's what attracts the type of people that the Marine Corps has.
Every Marine who has earned the Eagle, Globe, and Amber bears a responsibility that stands the test of time to the Marines, past, present, and future.
We don't join the Marine Corps. We are the Marine Corps. Core of our being is that we're convinced we're the best fighting force in the world, and the truth is, we are.
I believe the immediate bond between the Marines is so strong just because of the way we're trained. We have a very specific niche culture of, greatness, our heritage, our warrior ethos. I think all those things, separate us, and we find them in each other.
You may have a reason why you joined, but there's a reason why you stay. You stay because of everything you're learning about how to be a warrior, how to maintain those warrior ethics, so that when that bomb goes off, you're ready to do your part.
As Marines, our warrior mindset is something that can never be defeated. For 250 years, the Marine Corps has been successful because that's the only option. Success is all we know.
The character of the war has and will continue to change. We have adapted, evolved, and innovated. But our warrior spirit remains consistent.
The nature of war is taking something that somebody else has that you want, and it's never changed, probably never will change. The character of war, however, has changed a lot. World War II, we used ships, planes, bombs. All the way to today, we use, as you can tell by the news, we use ships, planes, bombs. We just have a lot better technology.
I don't know that one battlefield's ever been the same for any generation. The types of war, the ways of war, all that is constantly going to be changing. What's going to decide our next and our future wars is not going to be the technology, it's not going to be money, it's going to be the level of the belief of our people, of what they believe in, and the standards that they hold themselves to.
We are more lethal, more capable, and more ready than ever, while grounded in the traditions that made us who we are. We will not win the next fight on platforms alone. It is the Marine who will break the will of the enemy.
As Marines, I believe the most powerful aspect of our training is such an important part of who we are, holding on to that history that came before us. The Marine Corps is lethal because of our willingness and our eagerness to take the fight to the enemy in any climate or place and win those battles, sometimes at any cost.
Our history is not only a story of battles won, it is a story of people, of commitment, of family, an unbreakable bond that transcends ranks that last a lifetime.
I think the only way to honor them is to live a life that's worthy of their sacrifices. And the only way that you can do that is by going out and being the best that you can be, by going out and by still upholding those standards as a Marine, by celebrating them, by telling their stories and giving the next generation some legacy to live up to.
Cream rises to the top. And that's what we have in the Marine Corps today. The Marine Corps is operational Marine Corps. But there's another aspect of the Marine Corps. It's those former Marines or former active duty who are out there in all walks of life. It's amazing when you think of it.
Being in service was a privilege. It was the best time of our lives, but it was a sacrifice. And your family is part of that sacrifice. And Marine wives or Marine spouses, they deserve a lot of credit as well. The kids being uprooted and moving, it's a sacrifice to serve our country.
Without the support of their loved ones and their immediate family, it's hard for them to complete their job. So again, it's so important for military families and Marine Corps families to understand that their role and the role that they play in supporting their loved one while serving is just as important.
For 250 years, we have proven there is no better friend, no worse enemy than a U.S. Marine.
For those people who wish evil upon the greater good, David Bellavia said it best, somebody else will raise your children.
To the enemies of our nation, don't get comfortable. whether you're in the air, at sea, or on the ground. We adapt. We always have, and we always will.
But if it comes down to one-on-one, mano-a-mano, and the eternal slopes, I can promise you this, you're not going to survive.
From our first amphibious landing in Nassau, to the black sands of Iwo Jima, to urban combat in Fallujah, our Corps has come a long way since Samuel Nichols first took command of 2 battalions at Tuntara. Though weapons, platforms, and technology continue to evolve, our individual Marines' grit, discipline, resolve remain our decisive advantage.
For 2.5 centuries, Marines have preserved our legacy as America's premier expeditionary force. Because we are forward, ready, and lethal. When the moment a Marine earns their eagle globe and anchor, they inherit a rich tradition of honor, courage, and commitment, and a legacy that is etched on our souls forever. Our history is one of winning our nation's battle, and make no mistake, we will be called to fight again. We will be ready, and we will win.
Since our foundation, we have fought in every climate and place, upholding our oath and preserving who we are, the few and the proud. But we cannot break stride. We must continue to train for the next fight, because victory will go to those who seize the initiative, impose their will, and never yield. The pursuit of excellence in the profession of arms is our heritage, forged by an unbreakable fighting spirit. The memorial behind us stands as a testament to that fact. We stand on the shoulders of the giants that came before us. We must not fail them. The challenge is on all of us every day to uphold the standard that the title Marine demands. Happy 250th birthday, Marines. Semper Fidelis.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise as Cadet Captain Players leads us in a prayer? Let us pray. Heavenly Father, tonight we gather in gratitude and reverence to celebrate 250 proud years of the United States Marine Corps, a legacy forged in sacrifice, duty, and unwavering devotion to our country. We thank you for the men and women who have gone before us, for those who have charged across distant battlefields, who stood watch in the dark of the night, and who carried the torch of freedom so that we might live in peace. Their courage, their honor, and their commitment lights our path and reminds us what it truly means to be a Marine. Lord, may we never forget the price of that title. Bless the memories of those who rest in honor and glory, the Marines who gave all that they had so that our nation might prevail. Let their spirits be felt here among us tonight, in the pride of our uniform, the strength of our brotherhood and sisterhood, and in the fire that burns within every Marine's heart. Grant us, O God, the courage to follow in their footsteps. Help us live each and every day with integrity and humility, to lead with honor, and to serve others before ourselves. Strengthen our commitment to uphold the sacred values that define us: honor, courage, and commitment. As we celebrate this 250th birthday of our beloved Corps, may we rededicate ourselves to the mission, the legacy, and the ideals that have carried Marines from the shores of Tripoli to the fields of Bellwood. Bless our Corps, our instructors, our cadets, our families, and our nation. May we always be faithful to God, to our country, and to each other. In your holy name we pray. Amen. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. On November 1st, 1921, John A. Lejeune, 13th Commandant of the Marine Corps, directed that a reminder of the honorable service of the Corps be published by every command to all Marines throughout the globe on the birthday of the Corps. Since that day, the men and women of our Corps have continued to distinguish themselves on many battlefields and foreign shores in war and peace. On this birthday of the Corps, therefore, in recognition of the will of the 13th Commandant, a reminder of the Corps' honorable service is published as follows.
On November 10, 1775, a Corps of Marines was created by a resolution of Continental Congress. Since that day, many thousand men have borne the name Marine. In memory of them, it is fitting that we who are Marines should commemorate the birthday of our Corps by calling to mind the glories of its long and illustrious history. The record of our Corps is one which will bear comparison with that of most famous military organizations in the world's history. During 90 of the 146 years of its existence, the Marine Corps has been action against the nation's foes. From the Battle of Trenton to the Argonne, Marines have won foremost honors in war, and in long eras of tranquility at home, generation after generation of Marines have grown gray in war, both in hemispheres and in every corner of the seven seas, that our country and its citizens might enjoy peace and security. In every battle and skirmish since the birth of our Corps, Marines have acquitted themselves with great distinction, winning new honors on each occasion, until the term Marine has come to signify all that is highest in military efficiency and soldierly virtue. The high name of distinction and soldierly repute We who are Marines today have received from those who precede us before. With it, we have also received from the eternal spirit which has animated our corps from generation to generation, and has been the distinguishing mark of Marines in every age. So long as the spirit continues to flourish, Marines will be found equal to every emergency in the future, as they have been in the past and present. And the men of our nation will regard us as worthy successors to the long line of illustrious men who have served as sailors of the seas, founding our corps.
Tonight's official party consists of Senior Marine Instructor First Sergeant Johnston, Marine Instructor First Sergeant Miller, and Guest of Honor Sergeant Major Lee James. Retired Sergeant Major Lee James enlisted in the United States Marine Corps on the 12th of September 1986 and underwent recruit training at the Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Paris Island, South Carolina. He reported to the Marine Corps Engineer School at Camp Lejeune, North Carolina for engineer and demolitions man training. Private First Class James graduated at the top of his class and earned a meritorious promotion to Lance Corporal before starting his service with the 12th Marine Regiment, 3rd Marine Division in Okinawa, Japan. Lance Corporal James received a meritorious promotion to Corporal while completing this assignment. In 1989, he transferred to the 8th Engineer Support Battalion, 2nd FSSG, and subsequently deployed to the Republic of Panama. During this assignment, he participated in offensive combat and operations in support of Operation Just Cause and counterinsurgency operations in South America. In October of 1990, Sergeant Major James attended the Marine Security Guard School and upon graduation was assigned to a Marine Security Guard Detachment, American Embassy, Lisbon, Portugal, and in February of 1992, he was reassigned to Marine Security Guard Detachment, American Consulate, Karachi, Pakistan. In June of 1993, he reported for duty with the 11th Marine Regiment, 1st Marine Division, where he served and he instructor of military explosives and demolitions. In April 1995, he reported for duty with the 12th Marine Regiment, 3rd Marine Division.
In April of 1996, Sergeant Major James reported for drill instructor duty at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Paris Island, South Carolina, where he served as a drill instructor, senior drill instructor, series chief drill instructor, and battalion drill master with 3rd Recruit Training Battalion. On July 2nd of 1999, Staff Sergeant James received a meritorious promotion to gunnery sergeant. During August of 1999, Sergeant Major James reported for duty with 3rd TSB, 3rd FSSG, where he served as the company gunnery sergeant for support company
and as company gunnery sergeant, landing support company. In October of 2002, he reported for duty with Marine Wing Support Squadron 273, 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing, where he served as the engineer division chief. During this assignment, he deployed in February of 2003 to Kuwait and Iraq, where he participated in combat operations in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom 1. In March of 2004, Sergeant Major James reported for duty with 2nd Light Armored Reconnaissance Battalion, 2nd Marine Division, where he served as the company first sergeant for Bravo Company and headquarters and service company. Sergeant Major James is particularly proud of his service with the Marines and sailors of Bravo Company's 2nd LAR Battalion, the Black Knights, where he served from 2004 to 2007 and participated in offensive combat operations in support of Operation Secure Tomorrow in Haiti during 2004, Operation Iraqi Freedom 4-6 in 2005, OIF 5-7 in 2006 to 2007, Operation Riverbank in Haditha, Iraq, Operation Matador in Al-Qaim, Iraq, and Operation Sword in Hid, Iraq. Selected for promotion to the rank of Sergeant Major in November of 2006, Sergeant Major James reported for duty as a Sergeant Major of HMT 302, 2nd Marine Aircraft Wing in April of 2007. In April of 2010, Sergeant Major James deployed to Afghanistan for 14 months for duty as the Senior Enlisted Advisor to the Assistant Commanding General for Police Development, Combined Security Transition Command Afghanistan, and the Senior Military Advisor to the Command Sergeant Major of the Afghan National Police. Sergeant Major James' last assignment on active duty was as the Sergeant Major of the Basic School on Quantico, Virginia. He retired from the United States Marine Corps December 31st, 2012. Sergeant Major James' personal decorations and awards include the Bronze Star, the Meritorious Service Medal with Gold Star in lieu of second award, the Navy and Marine Corps Commendation Medal with 2 gold stars in lieu of the third award, the Navy and Marine Corps Achievement Medal with Combat B and 2 gold stars, the Combat Action Ribbon with 3 gold stars in lieu of fourth award, and the Sea Service Deployment Ribbon with 2 silver stars. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our guest of honor, Sergeant Major Lee James, USMC retired.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
District Superintendent Dr. Finney, thank you very much for being here, sir. We appreciate your leadership. We appreciate your support of the Marine Corps Junior Honor CTT program here as we develop these fine cadets. We also have some principals in the back. We have Principal Mrs. Stuckey back there, and we also have Principal Mr. Williams in the back there. Thank you both for your leadership, your support, again, of this outstanding program here. To the families, all of this would not be possible without you, right? Most as Marines, we would like to believe that the journey to being a Marine starts at the Marine Corps Recruit Depot, whether it's at Pearson down there in South Carolina or MCRD San Diego. But I would tell you as a Marine, having been a Marine for over 26 years, it actually starts at home, right? The success at recruit training, the success as a Marine starts at home. You all lay the foundation down for the success of the Marine. As far as character, as far as being a good person, as far as being a good citizen. So everybody, please join me in a round of applause for the families here. To our veterans, any veteran in the audience, please stand. Please stand. For all the veterans, let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for making our team stronger, Team United States. To the students, I tell you, you all tonight here look very sharp. If I didn't know any better, I think this is Marine Barracks right here, the Selling Drill Team. I appreciate you guys taking the time to put this outstanding ceremony together. All right, I know it's the end of the day. I know some of y'all, this was a full school day for you, so I'll keep my comments short, right? We're here tonight to celebrate 250 years of the United States Marine Corps. 250 years of defending our freedoms. 250 years of being most ready when our nation is being least ready. Let me not forget, I want to say a special thank you to First Sergeant Johnson and First Sergeant Miller. I served with both of these Marines here in Bravo Company, 2nd LAR. And during our time in the Marine Corps, it was a very long time. It was the height of the Iraq War, and I saw these Marine service. I will tell you, these two Marines should not be here, right? They shouldn't be here based on what they did out there and what we saw. And I tell you, students here, and to you families, you could not ask for two better staffing skills, two Marine staffing skills to lead this program right here. Outstanding leadership. Thank you for your These Marines are my brothers. I do anything for them. If I had to fight the whole, I want you, First Sergeant Johnson, and I want you, First Sergeant Miller. Nobody else. Outstanding. To the cadets, this is where it begins. Whether you choose to join the Marine Corps, whether you choose to go off to college, whether you choose to go out into the corporate world, it starts right here. Anything that you're learning here, it starts right here. You're being set up for success. You're learning all of the things that will make you successful in life. You're learning things like discipline. You're learning things like tact, daring, integrity. You're learning things like characters. right? I would tell you all students right here, you're gonna be head and shoulders above your peers once you get out into the big world. And it all starts right here, fundamentals. Okay, the things that make our Marine Corps successful are the things that you're learning here. This past weekend here was the 20th year anniversary for our company, private company. A lot of Marines I hadn't seen in 20 years, and we all come out here. And I would tell you, being a Marine is not a one-time thing. Once a Marine, it's truly always a Marine. You, the Marine Corps will always live on in your heart. So I would tell you, learn as much as you can from your instructors right here. Like I said, you could not ask for two better instructors to be teaching you what it means to be a Marine. In my conclusion right here, I want to leave you all with two things that I believe to be successful, right? A lot of times I travel around the world and people ask me, hey Lee, what are some things that would make you successful as a United States Marine? And one thing about the Marine Corps, we always have some acronym, right? We have SMEAC, we have BAMSIS, we all know what BAMSIS is, right? 6 week leading steps. My acronym is TIC. TIC, what does TIC stand for? It stands for trust, integrity, and character. Those are the three things that will serve you very well throughout your life. Whether life in the Marine Corps, or life after the Marine Corps, or even if you don't begin your journey in the Marine Corps, in the Marine Corps. In the Marine Corps, trust is the currency of Marines. We have got to be able to trust each other. Why? Because I'm putting the most precious thing that I have in your hands, and that's my life. Right? It's like any relationship, whether it's boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, so, supervisor, and subordinate, we've got to have trust. Because if I can't trust you, it doesn't work. It does not work. Try as you may. Integrity. Integrity is not just only telling the truth. Integrity is doing the right thing for the right reason, even when somebody's not watching you. Integrity is choosing the hard right over the easy wrong. Integrity is standing up for what you believe. In this life, we only have one thing that we own that nobody can ever take away from you. And that's your good name and your reputation. And you should never sell that out. You should never squander that for anything. So that's integrity. And the last thing I will leave you with is character. That's one thing the Marine Corps stands for. We are all people of character. You cannot make it in the Marine Corps and be a person of substandard character. You got to be a stand-up guy. You got to do the right thing. Stand up for what you believe in, and fight to defend the beat. Ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I know these students been here all day long. I don't want to sit up here and be long-winded. Thank you all for the very warm hospitality here. It's been a great pleasure to be with all of you. Good luck to you, and simplify yourselves.
A plaque is now being presented to Sergeant Major James. The plaque reads, Montgomery MCJROTC 250th Marine Corps Birthday Celebration, presented with sincere appreciation to Sergeant Major B. James, retired, for your distinguished service to our nation and for honoring us as the guest of honor at the 250th Marine Corps Birthday Celebration. Your leadership, dedication, and example continue to inspire the next generation of Marines and citizens alike. November 10th, 2025. Unit t-shirts are also being presented. It is customary at Marine Corps birthday celebrations worldwide to cut a traditional cake in celebration of the birth of our illustrious Corps. The first to the oldest President Sergeant Major Lee James, who was born May 7, 1969, and enlisted in the Marine Corps on the 12th of September, 1986. Upon receiving the second piece of cake, the oldest Marine will hand a second piece of cake to the youngest Marine present, First Sergeant William Miller, signifying the passing of experience and knowledge from the old to young of our Corps. First Sergeant Miller was born February of 1983 and joined the Marine Corps June of 2001.
Detail. Attention.
Please rise for the retiring of colors, the departure of our official party, and remain standing for the playing of Fingers Away in the Maroon's hymn.
Colors. Ready, cut.
Present. Source.
March, left,
Please enjoy dinner, cake, and refreshments that our school's cafeteria department prepared for this evening's celebration. Thank you. Happy 250th birthday, Marines and Cadets.
Hurrah! Hurrah! Hurrah!